Hello, hello. All right. Once again, live on Instagram and Facebook. Hi, you guys. If you did not tune in yesterday, I want to reintroduce myself. I feel like yesterday was a big old mess, to be honest. I was very tired and I had all these technical difficulties. So I'm going to introduce myself again, also in case you did not tune in, like I said. So my name is Allison, and I am an intuitive guide and also a sexuality coach. What that means is that I have the ability to tune into different frequencies and receive information, and then I can bring it through to you. So when I do my coaching, it's always very individualized. A couple years ago, I started receiving information when I would go in for my personal practice, my own personal meditation. I started receiving information around our sexual energy and our sexual energy bodies and relationships and how we move through those. So I started sharing this, and now I do sexuality coaching. So this week I am doing a free masterclass. That's what you're tuning into. I'm doing a free masterclass on understanding your sexual energy. And yesterday I covered why it's important for us to understand our sexual energy. And so go back and check that out. I also have it on my website. And today I'm going to be talking about our divine blueprints, which is the masculine and feminine polarities that we hold within us. So these masculine and feminine polarities that we hold inside are really, really fascinating and really important. I'm going to share with you why. Also, stay to the end of this because I'm going to be sharing about how you can win a free session with me. Okay, so why are these important? Why are they interesting? First of all, we have these masculine and feminine polarities within us, and we are able to have, let me go ahead and reconnect on Facebook. So we're able to have both of those within us, and we have equal amounts of both within us. It's not necessarily that we have only one or only the other or a mix of both. We actually have equal amounts of both within us. We're built that way. However, we do project one or the other, or a percentage of them, right? So maybe you're a projector of 90% feminine in your world, or maybe you're a projector of 60% masculine and 40% feminine. And, I'm saying these percentages, but they're very, sort of arbitrary in terms of, it's not really like, it's not so cut and dry in terms of this percentage that we put out. And it fluctuates throughout our lives. So I might be more projecting the masculine in certain situations or more projecting the feminine in certain situations. However, I do have a predominant projection, and for me it's largely feminine. I project largely feminine, and I love that. That's something that feels good to me. It's always felt very good to me, and I've even dived deeper into projecting more of that feminine because I recognize that that's something that I enjoy feeling in my life. So why is it helpful for us to understand this? Well, it's helpful because when we project, because this is a polarity. So the nature of a polarity is that when we project one, it's going to reciprocate and bring that other back to us. So it's sort of like it's got to always be at 100%. So if we project 40% masculine, we are then going to be receiving 60% feminine because it's a balance. In the nature of polarities, it always wants to find a balance. So this can be really helpful to know what it is that you are projecting. If you don't know what you're projecting, you don't necessarily know what you are energetically bringing back into you very naturally. So, like I said, if you're projecting, let's say you're projecting 90% masculine, you are going to be receiving, I'm sorry, I'm doing these wrong. I'm doing the percentages wrong because it's not really percentages. So let's move to just energy. If I am projecting largely masculine energy, I am going to be receiving largely feminine energy. Okay? Because it's looking to find that balance. It's looking to make everything even. So, if you're someone who doesn't know what you're projecting, then you're going to be receiving things that maybe you don't necessarily like. In some ways, we do have the ability, in a lot of ways, we have the ability to sort of even these projections out within us and look at what we really want to be receiving and then work on that projection that we're experiencing within, that we're sending out into the world. So this is really helpful, specifically in our relationships, in our interpersonal relationships. For example, if I show up at work and I am projecting just this massive amount of masculine energy, then I'm going to be met in a certain way. And that might not be the way that I want to be met. Likewise, if I'm projecting a lot of feminine energy into the world, then people are going to be meeting me with that opposite. And depending on the situation, I might enjoy what I'm receiving and I might not. So it's really, really, really helpful for us to know what it is that we're projecting. And sorry if you actually like math that I threw in those percentages, because that didn't really that didn't really follow through. But you get the idea of what I'm trying to convey here, that we are projecting a certain amount of masculine or feminine energy into the world, and then we're receiving that back through the energies around us. And it can be really, really helpful for us to know what we're projecting so that we can do this more purposefully, more consciously. Because as a polarity, that it's always going to look for balance. Okay? So that is why this is really fascinating, really helpful for us to learn in terms of our sexual energy. And why I'm telling you guys about this is because I have an online course. It's called the Sexual Awakening course, and I'm reopening it at the end of this week. So I'm introducing all of these different topics to you that I am going to dive really deep into in this course. So if you're interested in that, let me know. Also on Thursday, after I do my final video, I'll be opening that up and you can register for that then. So stay tuned for that. And also, if you want to enter a contest for a chance to win a free sexuality coaching session with me, then all you need to do is, after you watch this video, make a post about what you learned from this. What was an aha moment? What was something that you took away from this video? And then tag me in the body of that post. And I can't wait to hear some of your revelations, some of the things that you learned through this particular teaching. Also, if you missed yesterday's, that's going to be on my website. And let's see, tomorrow's topic, if you want to tune in tomorrow, it's the same time tomorrow. I'm going to be talking about how to move through sexual shame and sexual trauma. That's a really big topic. It's something that, like I said, with the Sexual Awakening course, we go into deep understanding of and deep practice of. So if you're a little bit worried about, just kind of skimming the surface, I want you to know we go much, much deeper in the actual course. But tomorrow I'm going to be introducing some different ways that we can move through sexual shame and sexual trauma, which is a big one. All right, you guys, I will talk to you soon. See you tomorrow. Bye.